Good morning everyone, Jacques here with another honing video. This time slightly different. We're going to refresh the edge on this traditional Japanese razor. This one is a Inoue Tosuke. This is like all of these razors, comes with a soft ironclad. The quality steel, this is Sheffield steel. These razors are beautifully made and they absolutely shave fantastic. I believe this razor has got a impact chip somewhere on the edge. It was tapped in the bathroom during shaving, so what we're going to do is quickly put on a scope and see if we can find that and also get an idea of what the edge looks like. I've got some Asano Naguras here, which we are going to use to finish this razor on. So let us quickly have a look at the edge. I'm going to have a look at the front side, the Ura. So very fine bevel on the front, which it should have. And I don't see any chips. I shouldn't talk that quick. There we go. So it's right at close to the toe. Okay, so now that we know what it looks like, I want to quickly inspect the back side with an eye. That looks actually quite good. What I want to get at is, you will see it looks like this razor has got a crack going up there and a crack coming down here, all the way down here. This is actually the weld line of where the two steels are forge weld. So this is the quality English steel, Sheffield steel, and the rest of the razor is made of softer, cheaper iron, which is also the clad. Now, to give you a bit better illustration, because you can't clearly see it here, this is a kiridashi, also it's a Japanese utility knife, but you will clearly see the shiny edge bit is the quality steel, so it's the steel at the back, and then you can clearly see the cheaper ironclad on here. So that's how these things look where they forge welded. I'm going to move that out the way, and I'm going to move these Naguras out the way, here to the side, and then we're going to start honing. The stone you would know by now, this is the Aiiwatani. It's a very fine stone. It cuts really quick, and that's what we're going to do. So that chip is very superficial, if I can put it that way. So we're going to start off by making a slurry, an Agura slurry, and then we're going to start honing. So the one piece of steel is a whole lot harder than the other, and so with these razors people typically do a ratio, do a lot more laps on the one side than the other. And there's a reason for that, because the softer steel will wear quicker, but essentially the edge is being set up on the good steel. So I essentially try and keep the stroke count similar, but when I work on the softer side of the razor, I use less pressure and it's more edge bias, so that the wear on the softer steel is a whole lot less pronounced. And that's how I work it. Also remember that the top side here, the spine, is going to be softer steel than the edge that is the harder steel. So, let's get going. Right. I am going to start on the back, on the omote side, and I've got edge biased pressure towards the edge, and we are going to do short little strokes here, and I want to see how it cuts. This razor, as I say, was e-shave ready. It's just the edge that got a little bit of an impact and you can immediately see the swarf trail. This is going to be also edge biased, and you want to keep the pressure as even as possible. Especially with the ironclad, regular inspections, see where your progress is, and don't overdo things. What I'm doing now is I've got my thumbs just behind the edge, and that's where the bulk of the pressure is. The fingers at the back is only holding the razor in place and making sure it gets pushed and pulled correctly. The stone cuts quick, so what I'm going to do is we are going to quickly inspect the edge with a scope. So put that down, put the scope on, zoom in. So no anything fancy, chips or any degradation in what was done previously. And there is still this water. Let me just quickly wipe this down. A water drop right at the edge can reflect light in a way that it might indicate a chip or something. That is just dirt, not dirt, slurry, but you'll see there's still a fraction of the chip remaining. So not done, but nearly there. As I say, it's not a big one, and I'm focusing that area specifically more with pressure. And I'm not going to do more than this. What we're going to do is we are going to, I think what we can maybe quickly try. I want to see if we can get this razor to do a hanging hair test before we go to Naguras. I've always been interested to know if this stone by itself without any Nagura progressions on a well set bevel can give you shaving edge, a good quality one. So I think that's what we're going to do now. I'm going to create a very thin slurry, finishing slurry. And we're going to make it quite hydrated. And then we're going to work that. So with regards to ratios, people would do 7 strokes like this and then 1 like that, or 10 and 2, or whatever they feel they work. And I've always said that counting strokes or having a set ratio is not the best practice in my opinion. No edge is set the same way. It's not the same steel. It's got different issues, like maybe a chip here, and you want to apply a count thing to it. That's not how razor honing or any honing works. You break the blade up into sections and you complete it until it's done. There's no magic number. You can do 500 strokes with little pressure and somebody can do 20 with the correct amount of pressure, and you would get the same result. So it is all your approach about how you do this. And so it's done when it's done. I'm going to dilute this a bit more. Maybe get rid of some of the slurry. And then we're going to keep using very light pressure now. And we're going to imagine we are doing the finishing steps on a finishing stone before we strip and shave. So what we're going to do is we're going to put on the scope, see how this edge looks. I just want to rinse it. And then just wipe off some of the water. Right. Okay, so what I also just quickly want to do is just give this blade a nice wipe down, and then also maybe just a quick palm strop, and then let's go from there. Right, here we go. Okay, so this is at the heel. Nice, small, even, uniform bevel. I really need to get myself a better scope. Not that I need a scope to verify what I'm doing, but it does make life a whole lot easier. And so no chip, no nothing, and I've also now moved the camera. Did I? No. Okay, right. So the edge looks cool. Let's see if this thing treetops. Which it does. So let's pluck a hair from the plume. We have got a few here, just grab one. This one. And so what you will see is, what you'll hopefully see is there at the root end, you can see that little ball. So that is root out. So we're going to start there. And the razor just pops that off quite nicely if you get a decent grip on this. Hello. The wind's blowing these hairs, that doesn't make it great. So root out it goes. Let's see. Root in. Let's try root out. There we go. There we go. So not bad. Am I actually even in camera? Sorry guys, the wind's blowing these hairs, so it doesn't give it the opportunity to bite. But we did see it nicely. Wait for the wind to calm down. Cut it off nicely. So, not the greatest example. I think we can significantly increase this with Naguras, which I'm not going to really do now. I've done many honing videos. This is more to show how I hone Kamisoris. What the stone's potential is, I need to play around with it. I'll put out a couple more honing videos on the stone and we'll try different techniques to see what kind of results we've got. I'm first going to test shave this as is, and then I'll determine if I need to make use of Naguras. So thank you for this. This was a short one. I didn't really plan it. But it's a razor that came in for maintenance, so I thought let's maybe just quickly share that. See you guys on the next one.